Well, it is generally acknowledged that no central government can effectively conduct administration from the center through the civil servant based at the headquarters without infrastructures. Now, this has naturally necessitated the need for some forms of decentralization at the local level. Now, we shall be x-raying the effect of local government administration in grassroots development. We have live with us here in the studio the Chief Press Secretary to Ikpoba Oka Local Government Chairman, Honorable Esosa Ewere on the show. Good morning and glad to have you.
Brother.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now let's just dive into the discussion, Honorable Esosa. Now, the essence of local government administration is to bring governance closer to the people. These days, we have administrators who don't even reside in their primary place of assignment to start with. You know, you are a local government chairman and you don't even have a house in the local government where you're supposed to be the chief administrator. How do we strike a balance? Let's take it up from there.
I think that that narrative is changing, though not rapidly.
Okay.
Because, like you just mentioned, local government administrators ought to reside in their base for emergency's sake. And there has to be that level of inclusion. That is, when your people see that you live amongst them, there is that confidence that they have to approach you with issues that borders on development, either infrastructure, human capacity, the security, especially security, and all of that. So I think there has been situations where local governments chairmen, particularly, had to relocate from other local governments to their own local government. At a point in time, there were issues, particularly during the NSAS of 2020. So I think we had about 1 or 2 local government chairmen who had to leave Benin and go reside in their localities to be able to manage those situations. I think it is just a proper thing. It is the right thing. It's only that...
To reside off your base?
No, to reside in your base.
Okay.
To reside in your base. It is only that there is no room in our system for checks and balances.
Okay.
Otherwise, it is natural for a local government chairman to reside in his base. Like in Ikpobaha, Dr. Eric Osayenda, my boss, he resides in Sapler. The Ikpobaha parts of Sapler Road.
Okay, now
So-
talking about inclusion. You know, politics is a game of reward to an extent, whether we like it or not. If you work for me, you will benefit in my government. Now, you talked about inclusion, and I would like you to shed more light on that. You know, to an extent, when you have administrators get into office as the sole administrator of some local government, they seems not to carry everybody along. It turns to a party stuff. You know, if you are not from my party, you don't get benefit from this administration. If you are not from my party, you don't get anything from us.
I think that narrative...
It happens.
Yeah, but I think that narrative is also... In fact, a lot of things are changing in our system.
Okay.
In our governance system, in our administration system and all of that. It is no longer like it were that you must necessarily be a member of a particular party. Ruling party, precisely. Whereas you have ideas, you have initiatives, you are innovative, you can think outside the box, you are a critical thinker. So I think administrators these days tend to focus more on what you have to offer. Not necessarily whether you are a career politician or whether you are a card-carrying member of
the party,
a ruling party, or whatever. What we are just looking at as a people is, what does he have to deliver? What can he bring to the table? When you are able to present your ideas critically, justicably, and I think administrators can engage you, whether you necessarily participated in the electioneering process or not. But you have been able to prove. It is also better if you can belong to a political party.
It's better.
It is better. It is safer. It is safer because when you, it is safer. What makes it safer? When you eventually get engaged some persons who have been in the party for a while and have worked a lot for the party, they may raise eyebrow. They may begin to cast aspersions on either you or the person that is getting you engaged. But basically, you will eventually fly if the administrator understands what he wants from you and he understands what exactly that you are carrying, which he needs in his administration to work with.
Then you will fly higher if you are a card-carrying member of the party.
It is better if you are a card-carrying member.
Why?
A lot of people
must I be a career politician
like
to
I've said,
be part of the government?
And like I've said, it is advantageous for you.
Okay.
You must be able to, because politics has different facets.
Okay.
And there are persons who are very good in winning their units. There are persons who are very good in conversing people to vote for a particular party on election day.
Okay.
There are persons who are very good in administrative works. So people have various skills. It is only that at a time, certain skills may not be needed to work with.
Okay.
Like those who are very good in winning their units, you may need them once every 4 years.
Okay.
You may need them once every 4 years.
Okay.
Those who are very good in administrative works, you may need them every day.
Okay.
They may not have participated extensively in the election process, but you need them now. This is governance, no longer politics, no longer election is over. So you now need skills, you need ideas, you need to be able to sit on a round table with persons that you believe possess what you need to succeed as an administrator, and be able to assemble them to get the job done.
Talking about skills and ideas, this current wave of administrators, they just came on board, all thanks to the sitting governor, who actually allowed them to have an election and to have legally elected administrators in all the local government we have in the state in particular. Now, what are your expectations from them? They just came on board.
The work has started. We took over, the election was September 2nd. We took over September, that very day. So we took over September 4th. So election was Saturday. By Monday, administrators have taken over in their various localities. So the work has started, and I think local government chairmen in Edo are starting on a very good note. They have started on a very good note because the mandate is clear.
Are you speaking because it's like a win-win stuff?
I am not speaking because I'm not speaking from the angle of a political party.
Okay.
I am speaking from the angle of objectivity.
Okay.
The mandate is clear, as given to the 18 local government chairmen by the governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki. The mandate is clear. Go and deliver for your people. I am not saying you should go to council and be making returns. No. Go and deliver to your people.
So what aspect do you think they should start focusing their energy on? Since they are just fresh, they are fresh hands.
Road rehabilitation is not a big deal.
Okay.
Like in Ikpobaha, we have started on a good note. Only about 3 or 4 days ago, the Osayende market money was distributed to 100 to 100 market women. In PZ marketing was 6, and Oha marketing was 9. About R1 million was released. So apart from that, we have also there has also been community crisis management issues that the chairman has been addressing. Just yesterday or day before, he received about 4 communities from Kolokolo, Ajamimoga, from Ologo, and Ute, and all of that. So these are issues that we have been treating since the chairman came on board. He has also promised a continuous donation of transformers to communities. He has said that I think next week, between Monday and Wednesday, he is going to donate about 3 transformers, because distribution of transformers is not necessarily within the purview of the local governments. But you can donate as a chairman. Maybe empathy and all of that. People can apply
just to help
respectfully,
the pain of the people.
Just to help their communities to improve their electricity power supply. So the chairman has said in the coming week, he will be giving out 3. He will be donating 3. Recall that in his first term, 2018-2021, he donated 15 transformers to power plant communities in Ikpobaha.
But in the past, some persons have actually said that local government administrators, they are like puppet in the hands of the state executive. and over the years, they have not lived up to expectations. Do you agree with that?
Again, that narrative, in fact, a lot of narratives are changing.
Has been overturned?
Again, that narrative has also changed over the years. I used to be a very strong advocate of local government autonomy. Then I wasn't in local government. I wasn't in the system. But once I got into the system in 2018 up until now, and considering the volume of work that the Osayende led, particularly,
No, you're hammering on this. Let's speak to the issues.
Considering the volume of works that has been done between 2018 and now, you have had schools built, renovated, revamped. Between that time, we revamped and built over seven primary schools across the locality. We have one in Iwogba now, Lucky Way, ongoing. I think by Monday next week, the contractor will be mobilized and it will go back to site. Because due to the end of tenure, we couldn't finish it. It's a 6-classroom block, Iwogba Primary School. The people of Iwogba were complaining that their children can't move from Iwogba to Amide, so we have to give them a school.
Okay.
You have health centers, 7 health centers. You have markets built. You have roads rehabilitated. You have security. You have increased internally generated revenue. When you apply these keys, you can see that narratives are changing. And I do strongly believe that this is what's going on in other local government areas in Edo.
Okay, I
do strongly believe.
You believe that.
I do strongly believe.
But there are allegations or assumptions from some quarters that the current crop of local government administrators that we have in the state, they were put in place to help push the course of the state executive during the 2024 election. Could that be true?
Okay, ahead 2024.
Yes.
No.
Because we've seen cases where we don't really have local government administrators. We just have caretaker chairman.
I think that is missing.
Won't they be relieved
that
of
is,
their...
That is misinformation. That is misinformation. But in any case, are you going to be a local government chairman and allow your party to fail in your domain?
So could that be the reason why they were actually elected?
Not necessarily.
Could that be the reason?
But I'm putting a question to you now. Let me be the anchor of this program.
No, you can't.
You
can't take over my show.
Are you going to be a local government chairman?
No.
And allow your party to fail in your community?
You have to respond to this. Could that be true? It's a
no,
yes.
it is.
It's a yes or yes.
It's a yes or yes. It is
It
misinformation. When these chairmen were inaugurated September 4, just a few months ago, they were given a mandate to go and deliver. You saw it here. You even covered it. The governor gave them a mandate. You must be able to replicate what we are doing at the state level.
To deliver the essence of governance to the people?
To the people.
Or to help push the cause of the state executive?
Not necessarily to push the cause. That is secondary.
But it's part of it.
It is secondary.
Okay, it's not part of it.
It is secondary.
It's not part of it.
It is secondary, my brother. So, but you cannot be a local government chairman. It is disgraceful. It is disappointing. It is heartbreaking. It smacks of incompetence.
If you lose your local government in an election, if you lose your election as a local government chairman,
at the end of the day you lose your area in a major election as Guba.
Okay.
What are you going to say? Are you going to face your people and tell them that I lost my unit, I lost all the other units in my locality?
But it's a game.
Because of what?
Politics is a game. You are a seasoned politician, and you should understand that politics is a game.
No, but it is not. It is not something
Must you win all the time?
You must not necessarily win all the time, but you can't just lose like that. You mustn't also lose all the time.
So it's a win-win thing.
You have to win. You just have to win. Okay. You must do everything to win.
Okay, now local government councils are expected to really serve the people. You actually mentioned so many areas. You talk about health, talking about road construction, motor parks, hospitals, schools, renovation and all that. But in some of our schools in our local government, we've seen dilapidated buildings. We've seen children not really enjoying education to its fullest. And Edo State is known for a state that doesn't play with education. The state governor is doing well, but if you go down to the grassroots, it's not being replicated. What we see at the state capital is different from what is happening in the recent in the local government council.
I think local governments have to find a way to to elevate themselves, because over the years, local governments tend to have been underrated by the system. Because I see local government as a bridge between the people and the top shelf governments.
Okay.
Because not everybody can actually access the state or the federal. But a vast majority of persons can access the local government.
Okay.
In my office in Idogbo, people just come without appointments. People just come, they want to see the chairman. People just write letters and bring in. So this is the privilege.
Do they get this reception?
Of course they do.
You sure?
Of course they do. Osayinde, you know him. He's one of the simplest persons we have around us as we speak.
Because we have local government chairmen that don't even go to office. Most of them are not even in the country.
That's why
their families are not in the country.
That's why the issue of checks and balances have to be instituted.
Okay.
That's a very faulty situation, and it's an unfortunate situation that you go to local. In fact, back in the days, I said it here some time ago, local government chairmen are only seen towards the end of the month. When money comes, other monies come.
They come to determine
they just
how
come to the office, do the various distribution, and till the end
take their own share.
And take to the end of the next month.
Is it supposed to be like that?
It is not. But that narrative has also changed. Because now you don't even need to be told that eyes are on you. Thank God for the social media that has brought a lot of exposure to a lot of things. Thank God for our rules. Thank God for our laws. Thank God for normalities. There are things that are just normal for you to do. There are just natural for you to do. You can't be a local government chairman on Monday. You are in your parlor. At 10 a.m. you are still in your parlor.
And you're not in the office.
Drinking champagne, eating fried chicken, whereas people are waiting for you in the office for you to attend to their issues. It's going to work. People are looking at you. Before you know, you get a call from above. Now you should come and answer some queries.
Let's look at local government autonomy. You actually made mention of that too. But some persons are saying if you give local government full autonomy to operate, some administrators, we still have good ones anyway, but some administrators might be overtaken by event, and you know, corruption syndrome is almost in every Nigerian politicians. So how do we now strike a balance? If you give them full autonomy to operate?
We have to continue to advocate for local government autonomy. It is a natural responsibility, and it's a very sacred one.
But hold on. But don't you think it's a means to enrich these administrators and their loyalists?
It is not necessarily a means to enrich. It is a means to do more.
For the people?
For the people. I was going somewhere.
Okay, take us there.
Because I used to be a very strong advocate of it. But I've seen that autonomy is just a word on its own. It's a word on paper. I don't think any local government chairman that is ready to work can't do anything, considering the volume of money that you have access to as a local government chairman.
Okay.
This is a local government where I've been that built schools. We were building schools like we were building provision stores all over the place. We rehabilitated over 250 earth roads.
Oh, wow.
Across the LGA.
Just within this 1 month?
Within a space of 3 years.
Okay.
I mean, the first 3 years. We built over 7 health centers, including Aduawa Health Center. In Aduawa community, Ward 4.
So to an extent,
we built one in Ologo.
Autonomy is just on paper.
So for
administrators still have the power to carry out.
Autonomy is just whereas we must continue to discuss it. Maybe someday it will become a practical situation. But as it is, local governments are doing extremely well.
Okay, now we need
they must continue to do extremely well. While on the other hand, the issue of autonomy is being discussed.
Honorable Sir, we need to go, but you quickly respond to this. Few months to the 2024 gubernatorial election in the state. What ways will local government administration help grassroots politics?
Well, that is very critical and very, very key. Like we said just now, the current local government is not necessarily to push the ideas of the executive government. It is to work for the people ahead 2024. So what we are calling for is that local governments now must find ways to build that very strong synergy with the people across the 18 local governments. Not just building it by word of mouth.
Okay.
You must build it by works. You must build it by youth engagements. You must build it by creating that room for popular participation. You must build it by ensuring that those basic things that people deserve at the local level, they are getting it as at when due.
Okay.
So you must ensure that practically, through works, through development, through ideas, through initiatives, through public engagement and all that, you are able to engage the grassroots.
Okay.
And this, I believe, would snowball into success in 2024.
Okay. Honorable Asosa, I would like to have you in a subsequent program, but time is not always our friend on the show.